Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. You hear this a lot on prepping channels and preparedness channels and stuff. You hear have a plan. Have a plan for this, have a plan for that, have a plan A, B, C. But there's been a lot of times in life where I've seen people had plans for something and they had a plan for this or that, and those plans failed totally and completely. And that's why always when people start talking about having a plans and this kind of thing, I always bring up the concept of being a problem solver. You need to be a problem solver because the whole definition of an SHTF situation is it was a bad, unexpected event that took place. Because I'm also a firm one in preventative medicine. A lot of survival situations, if you do the right steps before, you will prevent the entire situation from taking place in the first place, and you won't be in a survival situation. You know, telling somebody where you're going when you're going on a hike or an overnight, and letting them know when you're going to be back. Those kind of things, those kind of preventative things will stop a survival situation from even happening. And that ability to solve a problem as unexpected things come up requires a certain amount of things like tools. You have to have tools, and one tool you can't really buy, and that's a level head. Try to have a level head in a bad situation, because when that fear and panic kicks in, you're not going to be able to think clearly, and you're not going to be able to react appropriately. And it happens on a smaller scale when people have too much of a workload or whatever. They get scatterbrained and they can't focus on one specific problem. They try to spread themselves too thin instead of tackling one problem at a time, taking care of that one problem and then moving on to the next one. And when I was working a particular job back in the day, we had a particularly interesting manager, and he liked throwing monkey wrenches into people's plans all the time. And we were on a particular project, and there was a particular deadline in about a week, and we all got called in for the meeting, where everything was going to get lined out, and everybody in that meeting had a plan on what they wanted to accomplish that day. Well, this guy, he threw a wrench into it and put people on other jobs that they weren't used to, and just to exercise his authority, more or less. And pretty much everybody was pissed when they walked out, except me. I was just kind of standing there. And he looks at me and he says, "Well, how come, you don't seem pissed off? What's wrong with you?" And I said, because I told him, I said, "Well, nothing. I didn't really have a plan to do anything today because I figured you were going to tell me something. I figured you were going to pull some shit like this." And he looked at me and he says, "Well, that's why I like you. You always got a level head how you're looking at things." The old boss thing. And but people that day, they had everything in their mind what they wanted to do, and they had their plan, and then it got monkey wrenched. And really, if it was a teaching, if that particular manager, if he was doing like a teaching tool on how to get people to react to bad situations, to work through it, it pretty much failed miserably, because productivity was right in the toilet that particular day. Because everybody was pissed off. So, all the plans that particular day kind of all went to hell in a handbasket, because everybody had a plan that they couldn't execute. And I really didn't have a plan, because like I said, I figured something like that was going to take place in the first place. So I just sort of kicked back and let things pan out the way they did. But anyway, like I said, it's just a simple message. Having a plan is good, but don't be so attached to a plan that you can't jettison that plan if the circumstances change so much where that plan can't be executed at all. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there and bring back that concept again into people's mind, into preparedness, that problem solving and being able to have a level head and solve problems is a heck of a skill to have, and it will take care of you when the chips are down. Anyway, it's Modern Refugee. I appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys get a little information, a little entertainment out of this video here, and you guys have a good one.